Hey, what is going on, Pokemaniacs? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lucarioman, and in this video I will be testing one of the most popular decks in TCG right now. I'm talking of course about the Dragapult deck with the Dusknoir. I have to say that I have not played Pokemon TCG in a competitive level in almost 6 months, so that makes it very exciting for me to find out what role Dragapult has on the current meta. So let's find out together. Alright guys, so this deck right here is the one that I will be testing today. The deck list is going to be in the video description in case you guys want to try it out for yourself, and let me know in the comment section how well it's going for you. You know, maybe you guys are just doing a lot better than I am. Like I mentioned, I haven't played in a while, so we'll see how this goes. But obviously, let's start by talking about the Dragapult EX card. So the Phantom Dive attack, it does 200 plus. You get to distribute 6 damage counters however you want in your opponent's bench. So I think that is really OP. Especially if you combine that with the Dust Clubs that allows you to put 5 damage counters on one Pokemon. So you cannot distribute those 5 damage counters. It has to go all into one Pokemon. And the Dusknoir, it does 13 instead of the 5. So I think for this particular deck, if I remember correctly, the few times that I played it in the past last year, one thing that I have to say is that you have to be really careful about when to use the Dust Clubs and the Dusknoir and where you set up your damage counters. You have to be really strategic when it comes down to that aspect of this deck. Another key aspect of this deck on the Pokemon list at least is the Budew. So the Ichi-Pollen attack, it does 10 damage and it item locks your opponent, and that sometimes can buy you enough time for you to prepare your board and just set it up for the win in a more efficient way while your opponent is trying to maneuver around the Ichi-Pollen. For the trainers, there is nothing too special about this deck. I think I'm only gonna mention that I'm playing one Dawn, which allows me to search for one basic, one stage 1, and one stage 2 Pokemon all at the same time, but it has to be 1-1-1. Next, I decided to go for a Hilda because it allows me to search for one evolution Pokemon and one energy, and I think that can be really good, especially if, for example, let's say that you need that Dragapult already and you also need one energy, you know, so that gets you both. So we'll see how it goes with that particular supporter. And in this deck, I am playing a total of 7 energies, one of which is the Neo Upper Energy. So what this does is that it basically provides me 2 energies of any type as long as it's attached to a stage 2 Pokemon like the Dragapult. Next, I got the 3 luminous energies, 2 psychics, and 1 fire. And so yeah guys, that's the entire deck. Now without further ado, let's go and jump into the games. Well, this hand sucks, period. Lily's Determination, let's Ultra Ball, I guess. Get rid of this too. Yeah. Man, I'm tired of this shitty hand. Alright, I'm just gonna pass for turn, I guess. I mean, at least my opponent led with the Ursaluna. Alright, so my opponent is gonna Iono. Okay, so I find me... Alright, I'm actually okay with this hand. Alright, so my opponent is gonna Ultra Ball. He's gonna get... Okay, yep. Yeah, that made sense. He has one card left in his hand. He's gonna search for one basic. What else is he gonna do? Okay, he's gonna attach. Okay, what does that do? Joltik's charge. Oh. So he's just gonna have the item hands ready to go. Okay. Interesting. 220, damn it. Alright. Let us do this. Boom. I mean, he has no hand anyways. So I'm gonna put that right there as well. Let's do that. Yeah, screw it. What do I do here? Alright, let's recon directive first. Alright, I like that. So I can get this, and then I can get this. Alright, I'm gonna Ichi Pollen. I'm not gonna Neo Upper Energy. I don't want to risk my opponent doing a boss's orders. Has a top deck. What can my opponent do right here? Joltik charge once again. Okay. Yep, so there's the item hands. Ready to rock and roll. Let's recon directive. What? This is weird. Okay. Anyways, let's put that right there. I'm gonna evolve here. Okay, okay. Do I lead his determination or Dawn? I think for now I'm gonna get, and then instead of the Voodoo, I'm gonna get me the Hawlucha. Yep. I think that's the best play for now. Let's recon directive here. Alright, let's get me the Psychic. Okay, I'm gonna retreat. And then let's put 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Okay. That puts me one price ahead. Alright, there's the Latias. Alright, so my opponent is gonna put down the Fecundipity. Now he's got a hand. Alright, so now he's gonna Ultra Ball. He's gonna get rid of 2 Pikachus. What can he go for right now? Oh, a Mew. Interesting. I'm actually okay with that because I might be able to get 4 prices. Yeah, I might be able to do 13 damage counters right here, and then 6 with the Phantom Dive, and then get the kill on whatever is coming right here. Boss's orders. Oof. Oh, is he gonna go for the Dust Clubs? Okay, never mind. That is a great play on my opponent's part. A really good move. Alright. And then he's gonna take 2 prices thanks to the effect of the MPU very much. Alright. Alright, let's see. I mean, I can get the kill here regardless. I'm gonna put that right there. Let's put this right here. What else should I do? Alright, I'm gonna put down this thing. And then let's recon directive. Boss's orders. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Just for the heck of it. Let's do this one as well. Ayano or the psychic energy. Yeah, I don't want him taking any more MP very much. So I think right here, the best thing to do is just put the 6 right here. Alright, boom, boom. Okay, so I find me a fire so I can have another Dragapult next turn if need to be. Alright, so now that Miraidon has 270. Okay, so I'm thinking that next turn I have to find a way to take the last 3 remaining prices. I have no choice. What can I do? So I can get the kill right here, but then I need... Ah, damn it. I need 12 on the Mew. Alright, so my opponent just super rotted 3 energies back into his deck. Okay, so my opponent is gonna retreat into the Ursaluna Blood Moon. Buddy Puffins. Interesting. Alright, let's get me this guy right here. Okay. Here's the Luminous. So I can put it right here. Recon Directive. Nah. Ultra Ball. Alright, let's get the kill. Where? Oh, right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put one right here and then the rest here. Boom. Okay, I find me another Dragapult. Okay. Ideally, my opponent would Iono right here. Alright, there's the Nest Ball. What is he looking for? Oh, a Clefairy. Interesting. Crispin, okay. He's really aiming to get the kill right here. Okay, so he's not gonna Iono. I think that's GG's. Alright, there's the Psychic. Yeah, he can now get the kill. Oh, he gets the kill on the Dragapult. No. No, yeah, that's GG's. Alright, so I'm gonna put up my Dracloak. There's that. There's this. Nah. I'm just gonna get the Curse Blast kill. Boom. Alright, GG's to my opponent. Alright, so I'm gonna go first. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna put this guy right here and the Dreepy. Alright, Bidoof versus Bidoof. Oh, wow. I think I'm just gonna put this right here. And then just pass for turn. Alright, so my opponent, he's gonna Ultra Ball. He's gonna get himself a Duskull. Alright, there it is. And then, yep, here comes the Ichi pulling down. I forgot to play my own Ultra Ball before that. That sucks. Alright, alright, let's do the Iono. I really wouldn't want to, but I got no choice. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. Alright, there's the other DP. Let's Recon Directive. Alright, I'm gonna get me that energy right there. I'm gonna put this right here. And then Ichi Pollen. Alright, let's see. What is my opponent gonna do here? Alright, there's the... Damn, that's gonna be annoying. That's his own Dracloak. There's the Lily's Determination. Alright, there's the DP. Alright, here comes my opponent's first Recon Directive. Okay, my opponent is going to attach a Fire Energy to the Dracloak. What else is he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna Curse Blast right now to prevent an Ichi Pollen next turn. Oh no, he's gonna put it on the DP down below. Interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna take one free prize. Lily's Determination, that's pretty good. And then Ichi Pollen. Oh, but I will no longer get 8 cards. That sucks. Alright, let's put this right here. Alright, Lily's Determination. I don't find me the... Alright, yeah, I just found me the Dragapult. Good stuff. Let's do this. And then I'm gonna put this guy down. Let's Recon Directive. Oh, I already have a boss's order, so I'm just gonna Professor Tourist scenario. Then let's evolve right about now. Let's Phantom Dive. 3, and then 1 right here. Boom. Alright, here's my second prize, the Dawn. Alright, that should allow me to look for a Duskull, a Dragapult, and then a Dracloak. Alright, so my opponent is gonna... He searched for a Dracloak with the Pokepad. Right now he's using his first Recon Directive. Alright, so he's gonna play another Pokepal. There's a Duskull. I need to find me some of those. Like, I have none. Alright, there's a Crispin. Alright, there's the Fire Energy. And then he attached on the Dracloak. Is he gonna... Does he have the Dragapult? Right, there's the Recon Directive. Alright, yep, there's the Dragapult. Ah, he's gonna get the kill on my Dracloak down below. And on my Voodoo. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Alright, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna attach this right here. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna search for this guy, and this guy. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm gonna evolve right here. And then let's put this down. Let's see. Alright, let's recon directive right here. Let's get the same amount. Alright, so let's do 200 and then let's get the kill right here. Boom. Alright, so my opponent is gonna buddy puffin. There's a Night Stretcher. Alright, he's gonna get a Duskull down. Alright, he's also gonna draw a Clock. Alright, he's gonna play the first recon directive now. Alright, there's his card. The other goes to the bottom of the deck. Alright, there's a Night Stretcher. Alright, here comes the other recon directive, the last one by the way. Okay, I might be able to get the win right here. Even if he gets the kill on this Dragapult. What does that do? Alright, a trainer card. Alright, there's the Pokepad. Interesting. Alright, I was afraid that my opponent was gonna Iono. Alright, but he cannot evolve this turn. Alright, there's the kill. Oh, wait, but he's gonna get the kill on my Duskull. Alright, there's the kill. There's the kill right there. Damn it. I need the... Nah, I think that's GG's. Because I can just do the 200 there. Let's see. So I can put this thing right here. I can do this. Yeah, I just won this. Yep, GG's. GG's to my opponent.